guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali and today I'd like to inquire on what mindset is all about. So we've heard a lot about mindset, but what is mindset? And if we can look at the word itself and probably even dissect it a bit, we'll understand that it is made up of two words, mind and set. And if it is made up of these two words, it actually also implies a few things. It also actually implies that it is not a singular thing because it is made up of a set, and a set it never works in singularity. A set in itself is a compilation of a lot of things, like a set of cards, or even the set one makes with the words when one is playing Scrabble, the set of cutleries, the set of utensils. So it's an amalgamation and a culmination of a lot of aspects, an amalgamation through culmination of a lot of aspects. And if we can look at it through a different lens, we'll also understand that it's like that ice that has been set in a certain mold, in an ice mold. It's also like that jelly that has been set in a bowl. And of course, most of the times when that ice cube is setting or that jelly is setting, it doesn't happen instantaneously. It takes a little time for it to set into that mold as per that mold. And probably when it does get set in that way, it gets a little hard, it gets a little tough, it gets a little rigid and frigid as well. And if we then want to change the look of that ice cube, we'll probably need to do a few things, or one of the few things. We'll probably need to take it out and let it rest at room temperature so that gradually but surely it starts to melt. It starts to take another shape, another form, which is not ice then but is cold water. Or if we need to fasten up the process, we'll need to heat up the ice cube a little bit. We'll need to put it over the heat so that it starts to absorb the heat, so that it starts to melt and deconstruct and reconstruct itself into a different format. Or probably we'll need to crush it really hard so that it changes its complete shape, so that it changes the set that it was set into. And if we can understand mindset through that analogy, we'll also understand that when we are talking either with regards to Scrabble or we are talking with regards to playing with a deck of cards while playing a certain game, or when we are trying to change the shape of the ice cube itself, its interaction with its environment needs to change, or probably at times it also needs to be put in another environment for it to change itself. And most of the times, whether you're playing the game or whether you have left the ice to melt by itself or even put it on the flame, it does take time to change its own shape so that it can recreate a new identity for itself. It has to drop its earlier association with itself to be able to reform a new association with its own self first. It also probably needs to be able to change its settings to be able to reset itself again. Let's try and think about that analogy. Let's try and think about the details of that analogy. And I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contents of my videos, please do like, share and subscribe.